Hi and welcome to another battle report. Today I'm bringing my Dark Eldars against Henrik and his Chaos Space Marines. We are gonna play two objectives and Dawn of War deployments. On this table we got a forest, some ruins, hills, more forest, more hills, a ruin. Henrik has chosen to go first with an objective on this side, and I'm going second with an objective on this side. Over to the armies, we got my Dark Eldar with two Ravagers, one with disintegrated cannons and one with dark lances. 10 Cavalry Warriors with splinter cannon and then Sybarit in a raider with splinter racks. 10 Witches with an Agonizer, Shardnet and Hydra Gauntlets, and another just the same Witch unit. Archon with Shadow Field, Agonizer, Combat Drugs, 5 Incubus in a Raider. All my vehicles got flicker fields. I also got 2 units of 4 Reavers with a Heat Lance in each, and 10 Cavalry Warriors with Splinter Cannon, Power Weapon, and Shredder. Henrik is bringing on 10 Havocs with 2 autocannons, 2 heavy bolters. 10 Havocs with 4 las cannons. 10 Chaos Space Marines with 2 Meltaguns and a champion with power weapon in a Rhino. 9 Plague Marines with Power Fist, Flamer, Meltagun in a Rhino. Chaos Lord with Power Fist, Mark of Khorne. 2 Obliterators, 5 Terminators with 1 Power Fist and 1 Heavy Flamer. Next up, deployment. So back for a quick review on the deployment. Henrik put his Plague Marines and Chaos Lord. And I deployed my 10 Cavalry Warriors with Splinter Cannon, Shredder and Power Weapon. So, over to turn 1. End of turn 1. Henrik moved in his Rhino with Chaos Space Marines and heavy bolter autocannon behind it, and the last cannons in the ruin. He put his Obliterators and Terminators in reserve. Moved up with his Rhino, trying to kill one of my warriors but failed. My turn 1, my Jetbike's turbo boosts across the table, followed by the Witches Raiders. My warriors moved up in front of the ruins and the boat line. For my shooting phase, my Ravager opened up the Rhino. The Disintegrator killed 5 Plague Marines, and my 2 other Raiders killed 1 more. So a lot of Plague Marines dead. For combat drugs I rerolled to wound, which is pretty decent for this game. Now to Henrik's turn 2. End of turn 2, Henrik moved up his Rhino and moved forward with his Havocs with autocannons and heavy bolters, and the deep strike down with his Obliterator. For shooting, he opened up both my Witches boats, and that's pretty much what he did in his turn. For my turn, I moved up my Ravagers and my Archon Incubi Raiders and the Cavalry Warrior Raider together with my bikes. I immobilized his Rhino and killed 7 Havocs with my disintegrator cannons. And here I assaulted the Obliterators, killing 1. I also assaulted the Plague Marines and losing combat. My bikes assaulted his Havocs, losing 3 bikes and losing combat without killing a single Marine. So let's go back to turn 3. End of turn 3. Henrik didn't do much for his movement. He has deep strike with his Terminators and used his Heavy Flamer to kill my Witches. For his shooting, he opened up my Archon Raider and killed 5 of the Incubus inside. And then he assaulted with his Lord and Plague Marines on my Witches in combat with the Obliterator. And with his Chaos Space Marine squad on my lone Lord. The Lord took 1 wound in killing 3 Space Marines. And the Witches kill off the Obliterator and stand tall against the Plague Marines. For my turn, I maneuvered my Ravagers, killing his remaining Havocs, and also using Disintegrated Cannon and my Cabalite Warriors to kill 4 of his 5 Terminators. For close combat, my Witches managed to kill 1 Plague Marine, losing 3 Witches, but still standing strong. And his Chaos Space Marines killed my Lord. That's end of turn 3. End of turn 4. Henrik managed to blow up my Ravager with Dark Lances, immobilizing and shaking my Raider with Warriors, and killing my last Witch. He assaulted my Warriors, but they killed the last Terminator in close combat. For my turn, I blew up the last Plague Marines and his Lord with the Disintegrated Cannons, and my Warriors killed all but 1 of his Chaos Space Marines. Over to turn 5. End of turn 5. Henrik moved up his Chaos Space Marine into the Rhino for safety, and he managed to immobilize and stun my Ravager. For my turn 5, I moved my Warriors up on top of the objective, jumped out with my Warriors, starting moving towards an objective, and that's pretty much it. Victory for Dark Eldar, with 1 objective for me and 0 for Henrik. Thank you, bye bye.